make some nice smoke. Get rid of the bit out of the bucket.
Hey?
The bucket there.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit much really, but I'm not sure about the whole bucket. But
We can go sparingly. That's not sparingly.
No.
Right.
It might burn, but there was a fair bit of water in that bucket.
It might not too. There was a fair bit of water in it.
Hey guys. Hey Stuart. This is Dan's 101 on how not to keep a fire going.
The warning about the water in the bucket came a little too late.
There's a bucket of coal went on there. Hey Peter. But the bucket of coal was mostly water. But anyway, we got that.
We understand this now.
It'll burn eventually.
Sometime next century. Might throw some sticks on it.
Hey Mark.
Seems to be bleeding everywhere. That's good.
Oh, what'd you do? You walked on a stick.
I think so.
Yeah, it's a bit like that out here. We're sitting here enjoying the fire after dinner. We've been to the pub for a counter meal, which was really nice. We thought we would burn some of this old plywood and crap, but Dan's really not a burner of plywood and crap successfully sometimes. You could give it a splash of diesel. So we're sitting here outside the shed. There's a shed with the door. Fridge's ankles there. Excellent. There you go. Yep. Sorted that. You could give it a splash of diesel. I hadn't. I was just wondering why it hadn't occurred to you yet. Probably only once. There's probably a tin can in there on the bench if you wanted to be safe. He's only had 2 beers.
That worked.
Well, maybe. He didn't get on the coal. Should have put the fire in the new roller, everyone says. That's right.
Didn't bring the keys, remember?
Oh yeah, Russell asked if it left the keys in it. I never had a box of matches to take a picture of, or I would have. Yeah, I'm glad you thought of it when you got home. So, yeah, we're sitting here having a bit of a fire. What's everyone else up to? They all had big days. We've had a big day. We go and have a bit of a walk around and see what we've done today, which was a bit sort of extreme. I'm going to get up. Oh, there's Dan's chair. And there's my chair. Yeah, nice fire.
Well, it's going now.
Dan's beer going past there. Cheers.
Something's best.
Yeah, not sure about that, but anyway. Straight out of the draft horse. So what's happening here? This is just sort of a bar cheese. Bit of a clean up. A few new things. There's a steamroller in the way. Yeah, we crashed the drone today. I don't think I've done any damage really, but I should put it away. Probably should put a new set of blades on it. They're looking a bit untidy. Anyway, it had a bit of a crash. It's your packet of smoking reduces fertility. Probably Christian. It's probably what he needs. Did I say that out loud?
Well, it's worth for one of us.
What else? More about this on Wednesday. We'll sort of have a look over it on Wednesday in a bit more detail. At the moment, I'm really not in the mood. Sorry. We do have some improvements today. There's a scarifier, which makes it fun to get on and off, if nothing else.
Spareroom fire. I reckon there's about a ton just in that.
Yeah, I reckon there is too. Not many rollers about with scarifiers actually on them, so it's a bit of a rare thing, to be honest, in Australia. We're all over the place in here because we've had stuff out and in, but we do have a milling machine. That's pretty exciting. We've got 3-phase power, so that's one job. That's a win. What else? We've got a light in the kitchen, which is another win. We have a light switch that doesn't work because someone hooked it up wrong apparently, or bypassed the switch, or I don't know what they did, but the light don't work. Don't know what you've done there.
It didn't make it worse. I had no light before.
We have a new PowerPoint over there. Did you put the cover on it? Yeah, excellent. And we've moved that PowerPoint and we've put this conduit around the door so that we don't have to duck through there every time. That's a very good thing. We've put a new wall in over here, sort of half a new wall. There's really a quality walling job over here. The tins just so nothing falls through the plaster, but we'll put plaster on this side. Short bit of waterproof stuff. And the rest just an ordinary plaster, the same as we did the other wall. That's something we've done today. What else did we do today?
I did a bit.
It feels like we've done a lot.
Cabinet for the lathe tools in there for the big lathe, which is turning up next week.
Oh yeah, it's a lathe cabinet. There's junk everywhere. So we have a lathe cabinet with a set of change wheels on this side and a couple of steadies down here behind the vacuum cleaner. Put that up on the bench maybe.
It's not part of the lathe.
No, the vacuum cleaner is sort of important part of the steam roller at this point. So yeah, there's change wheels in that. There's a spring-loaded door that's going to annoy the crap out of you. Already been there. So anyway, I don't know if you can see in there, but there is change wheels in there.
Ice cream container. Probably,
Where was that torch?
probably doesn't have any ice cream.
No, it's got other shit in it. And tooling and stuff in there. Little tooling and big tooling, other tooling. Yeah. Lots of tooling. So the lathe's coming. I can't give you any more details on it. Down there, there's a big steady. 2 big steadies are fixed in a travelling. Change gears up to about 130 teeth, I reckon. Which, if we have a look, they're quite big. There it is. I knew it was here somewhere. There we go. So just a set of wheels for it. They actually have their own cabinet, but at this point,
Yeah, I think it would a bit more white there.
yeah, it's being rebuilt as we speak, or it's not. There's a 3-drawer chuck down there with about a number 7 Morse taper on it, number 8 maybe. It said drive dogs for your boring bar. And all the other bits, boring bars and stuff. So that should be good. If we get that set up, we'll be very happy, to be honest. That'll be excellent. What else have I done? Not very much. Got a dividing indexing chart on here that's laminated. I don't know where that come from, but I can't remember. But it seemed like a good thing to put up.
Stu had a big bloody day outside there doing some yard work. And
Yeah, he's had a bit of a go at that. We're a bit late to see it now, but we've got holes for posts and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, got a pad for the apling to go and short term, at least.
Bit of a go, actually. So, that's where I'm at. That's where Dan's at. He's staying the night. He's got to work tomorrow at some point. I'm not sure how early he's going in. He says he's not going in real early. I've got a few things to do tomorrow, as well as, well, continuation of what we've already started mostly. That one's loose. That one turns. I don't think it'd be very difficult to get the rest turning.
Probably not. Probably not, but yeah.
Yeah, I just feel that it might not be a very difficult thing to get it turning.
The steering sort of works a bit.
Yeah, it would work better if it wasn't so worn in the front end.
Tied up here still.
And it's so tight up there. This is full of sawdust up here.
Was I couldn't want it out.
That's a bit of an issue. Also, it's worn pretty considerably here. So there's a 2-inch gap in the middle. Well, not quite, but there's a bit of a gap in the middle and it's touching here on each side.
I was levering against the front rolls at one point. We had about 3/4 of an inch move in the wheel bearings.
Yeah.
So she's flogged.
Yeah, she's fogged out in there. It's missing a horse and Invicta logo. I believe there's a pattern for that at Petrie, so we could get one of them reasonably quickly. If that's something we thought, if you knew whether it was an upside, a prancing horse or a non-prancing horse or whatever it is. Mark might be able to tell us which one goes on it.
Did you notice the photo I took the other day? They welded a chimney cap on,
Oh, have they?
which could be very good.
Yeah, or not?
Well,
It's kept the possums out.
possums don't really equal boiler corrosion, but water does.
Yeah, well, you might be right. It might have saved it for the first 2 years it was in the park.
Well, it probably needs a barrel anyway, but
Here's the G off the Haverly. Someone might know what scroll was on here and which horse, whether it was that way or that way. I don't know. I'm going to have to get onto the archives, I guess, again at some point in the next little while. Yeah, well, that'd be more useful with the right number.
yeah, true.
Probably. Now, Mark, if you're in the chat, this is something I've never seen on a roller. I'm guessing that some Avelings probably had it. But this is hollow here, this way, rather than underneath.
Josh Frank said something about that actually.
Yeah, I noticed it, and I thought that's a bit unusual. What did he say?
I believe it had something to do with some of these were brought in as tractors, as he put it, and converted to rollers in Australia.
With Australian parts.
Yeah. Keep in mind, there's documentation that suggests that this was broken when it got unloaded
Yes, at the wharf.
at the wharf in South Grafton.
So they might have sourced one in Australian.
So maybe that's why. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
I don't know. See, this is a weld on here, isn't it? Oh, it was. You think? No, maybe not.
No, I think that's just part of the casting. It could be.
Okay.
I can't see.
I can't remember ever seeing a roller with slots in the front beam like that.
Says something about it, but apparently he's drunk at the moment because I did say to him I'm going live.
He's drunk. Yeah. Mark says that's interesting. Yes.
What, that Josh is drunk?
Oh, we knew Josh was drunk. I can't imagine Josh being sober on a Saturday night. So it's welded up here. And apparently it's got a chimney. And Mark says his is a hollow underneath. Yes, that's mine. Correct.
I'm sure he said something about that being when they converted them from attraction engine to.
It's also hollow through here, see, in the back. There's not a lot of weight in that front arm compared to some. There's not a lot of weight in it compared to mine.
But you had to tip the scales a hell of a lot more than it was meant to.
Oh, yeah. I reckon it's not far out if you take the sand and the scarifier off.
Oh, no, well, the last crane said it was 11.
Yeah, right.
So that's quite a few tons over. There's probably a ton for the scarifier, but the boiler's not very big, so I can't see there being a ton of sand and lead on.
It might not be. No, there's probably 300 or 400 kilos of sand in it.
Yeah, the boiler's tiny. Look at it. It's
Yeah.
all with it. So I can't see there being a ton. There'll be a ton of scarifier.
Mark, while you're here, what bolt's on here? Does anyone know? There's one on each side. Do you know what bolt's there? Because obviously it's been unbolted reasonably recently.
Bracket for the scraper.
It could be a scraper bracket. There's one on the other side too. So yeah, it could be a wheel scraper bracket. There isn't one on this side either. I'm guessing that's what it is.
I noticed the scrapers on the rear side of the roller is a long way back from the wheel compared to your fella.
Mm-hmm.
Geez, that rear wheel on that fly will sit close, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's not a lot of gap in there, is there?
When we were moving it the other day too, when we were pushing it into the shed, and I was attempting to steer it, we had probably about an inch of movement between.
Yeah,
the
that's
gear
just,
case and
yeah, that's axle.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's probably wheels actually. Gauge glass assemblies, some of them are missing. It's got drain taps and bottom taps.
Yeah, but there's bits missing off like the actual gland nut.
It's plugs and nuts, that's about it, isn't it?
But most of it's there.
Yeah.
There's bits of iron.
One fire hole door appears to be missing.
Fire hole door, no, it's further down.
Yeah, but you can see. If you have a look, you can see one of them shut, one of them's not there.
Fire hole door?
Where's the torch? Yeah.
There's only one fire hole door.
No, they open in the middle.
Oh, do they?
I think so, yeah.
Well, I like it.
No, it's a sliding door, I believe.
Oh, yeah, right.
Scraper bars, correct. Says.
I haven't looked too closely in there. Oh, yeah. No, you're right.
When you start looking at numbers all over the thing.
Josh say? Josh says possibly it's cast in Australia. You said it was dropped. So that's kind of suggesting that, yeah, it was damaged and they had an Australian cast fork put on it to repair it.
Okay.
Yeah,
This wall in here isn't real good. I nearly gave William Mackey was messing around with the cultures and I said here's his grinder, but he wasn't up for it.
He started to, and then...
Yeah, if he'd got in with the grinder, he might have got that cut out and we would have been very impressed.
Yeah,
You could do that tomorrow. Your mate there
I've got to work.
is probably on for having a go. If you want to get the torch, grab the torch.
What have we got there? Snake? Junkies needle, crack pipe. What do we got?
There he is.
Oh yeah. I don't know what that one is. I probably
Yeah,
suggest that you don't want it to blind you. But
yeah, I don't know what he is either. But anyway, that's what he is. He's gone down the hole.
yep,
He probably lives in the hole. He's probably lived on there in the hole for some time.
probably his roller.
Yeah. There's some serious delamination down there of the plates on the tender.
On the outside though, it's actually not too bad under there.
It's got all that demoulding and everything, so it's most of it's sort of there enough to copy. Same deal though with this one, Mark.
Yeah, in through there is bad.
But it's only got little pins in the back, the same as Marion. If they went to pinch a pin out of the roller and then got a hope out of the fowler. The fowler's a little bit more heavily engineered in the drawbar department. Yeah. What goes on there? Water lifter. It is, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. Water lifter on there. Yeah, it was only a little one. The spider. So, Scarify doesn't go up or down. It might be welded. It's more likely just stuck. There was a weld here. Don't know if that's doing anything. There's a weld on the other side. Oh, it's just broken through there, so that's another job. There's no Scarify tines in it. They're missing. They go in those holes. It's got a step, nice step. It's missing the water pump, bypass valve. Don't know what that is. It might be the bypass valve or it's injector valve, something like that. The end of that's missing. But I wasn't going to have an in-depth look at this tonight, but anyway, here we go. Diff pin the diff pin come out really easily.
There was a frog in the other one.
There was a frog in the other one, yep. I don't think there's been a winding drum pin in it for a long time. This is remarkably good condition for an engine that's had a Scarify because this is where I would expect to see wear. And here.
The steering's actually freeing up quite well.
Yeah. It is too. Probably wants a bit of that. Now, John loves Kelly with an exclamation mark, just in case anyone was wondering.
We've also got the other significant sign of a Scarify.
Taylor and John was here.
That'll need all being out and looking at properly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Probably got some cracking there.
Seems like they've done a pretty good job.
Maybe. Might be all right. There's a bit round the bottom too, isn't there? There's inox on there. All these are busted off. Cylinder drain cocks are all busted off except one of them which is unscrewed. So that's a full rebuild job on them, I guess. Be a fun job.
Piston valve's still on the other side. It's just all
Yeah, this one's got the cover on it, which might have saved it a bit. On the other side, it hasn't. Yeah. So yeah, the valve's still in there. Cast iron valve, of course, they're not bronze or anything flash. So that'll be fun to get that out. It's an interesting, I'll zoom out again, guys. Interesting chimney repair here. It's a high quality repair. Don't know whether it's been busted there or whether it's just got a hole in it, burnt in it. Whether the casting was a bit thin and it didn't last the test of time. But someone's done a bit of a job on that. I guess at some point we'll be pulling that apart and fixing it properly.
We had a volunteer telling me it's not that hard to remake this piece of tinware today.
Which volunteer is that?
Peter.
Well, you might know.
Oh, I said, well, you're more than welcome.
He's sheet metal work. That's his trade.
Don't let Pete hold you back, mate. With my exact
Yeah,
words.
I can get you a drawing, I reckon.
Well, there's enough left of it to be a template.
Yeah, it might not be once you get it off.
It's actually split in two pieces. It's actually only 3 screws on each side.
Oh, okay. Oh, it is too, yeah, righto.
This piece is surprisingly good.
Yep.
That looks like a later edition of the welded on.
Yep.
But that piece is actually pretty good. They've welded straight to the adapter and firebox there. I'm not sure that's awesome, but
It will be very interesting. I think that the telling thing about whether it's worth restoring, I think, will be how the regulator valve looks. Something that doesn't sort of really fill me with a lot of happiness looking at.
well, there's a lot of potential areas that can be very bad even when you look at that.
This is full of sand.
However, the bits of the tube we can see actually don't look too bad.
Actually, they look bad, yeah.
The stays look pretty healthy.
So it may be a reasonable buy. We'll have a look.
I've been under it and had a look.
There's quite a lot of welding around those doors on the bottom. Like significant pad welding.
Foundation ring and all the rivets down there look pretty good.
Missing the flywheel key cap. Might have to put a brass one on there. If it actually had one. Let's see in the boiler. Right, I'll look in the boiler. What's that bit of timber over there, just by the way? Anyone know what that bit of timber sticking up in the tender is?
No.
Right, no one knows what that is. If anyone does know what it is, you let us know. Inside the boiler, we've got sand.
Cracky needles and stuff.
Yeah, cracked needles and stuff like that, yep. Some dead animals.
Bits of the tubes you can see aren't too terrible.
Try and get some light in there. That might be best. I'm not sure it's entirely full of sand either. It might just be this bit here where people have hooped it in. There's a bit of wood in there. There's a spider.
Is it the same spider we
No, it's a different spider. The boiler's probably better than Marion's if we only were going to be there. If we're going to go there, you can a bit. It's uncovered. Oh, that's a good thing, I don't know. Probably needs water if you're going to... there's some pretty wasted stays that I can see.
Well, Morgan tells me that he's had some days that were about the thickness of a lead pencil.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's all right.
Well, I know of a
the
certain
pointy
one.
end, and I said, oh, well, that's bad.
I know of a certain one that had a few of these stays that were about as thick as a lead pencil.
The pointy bit.
The pointy bit, yeah.
And nobody died.
Well, not yet. I think they fixed some of them.
They're actually pretty well over-engineered when you look at them.
Yeah.
Thank Christ.
So that door down there's got welding around it everywhere.
Yeah, look at them.
Also going to have to do something about taking up the brake band a bit before you get that out.
Christian had a good point before in saying that brake arrangement on this is probably quite a bit nicer than the foul.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got an actual pro.
Well, it's a band sort of thing, like a transmission,
Yeah.
rather than just some big wooden block. Like you say, it probably wouldn't take a terrible lot to actually get this thing to turn over.
No, I don't think so. I think some memory tape on some of them rods. And
When we pushed it in, we were surprised how well it actually rolled, like we nearly went through the wall because we got no handbrake.
if you wanted to splurge on a 5 litre of inox and tip it down that cylinder, it mightn't be a bad thing, but they're expensive. Diesel might be better.
You'd have to cylinder cover off and clear it all.
5 litre inox now is about $85.
Yeah. I mean, take the cylinder covers off and clean them out with some wire brushes and shit first. Save you some roof.
So,
There's no safety hours on it, but that goes straight down into the boiler, not into the cylinder. So
yeah.
may not be that bad.
What do you think that does?
Right now, nothing.
I wonder what it did in the past.
Someone's actually been outside for as long as it has been. I expected it to be worse.
Yep. Yeah, well, that's right. It's not anywhere near as bad as I was sort of expecting.
There's been worse that's been restored.
There's Nigel. So, Nigel? Anyway, he was here in 70.
Well, 1970, it's probably only been in the park for like years. The chimney's obviously not original because it's got a big MIG weld.
Yeah, someone's put that on there to tidy it up.
Council days.
There's some pitching in the smart box, which is also the barrel.
Yeah.
So that might require, and it looks like someone's already patched it underneath.
Yeah, no, it's shot.
So you're going to get under here and cut this plate off the front of it tomorrow?
I'm supposed to get on.
Because I certainly ain't.
Hello? No response.
Yeah, I think it's a bit better. We might get William onto that one.
You could do a lot worse.
Yeah. They are a bit notorious for regulator.
I mean, right now, as it sits, it owes us
Nothing.
0. So, I mean, we've been lucky.
Might change by next week.
There's probably people that have started with worse and that are running now. So, can't complain.
Yeah.
I see how much Chickland Railway set fly too.
It hasn't got a lot of odd nuts on it either, so far I haven't seen anything that wasn't genuine. He's checking the fire to see if we haven't caught fire to everyone. Yeah. So I guess if we were feeling really energetic, I don't know how much battery I got left. But it has got the overhanging porta plates on the wheels, which is nice.
Are they brass?
I don't know.
I saw if they were on the other day, it was all polished up and all brass.
Well, you got a pocket knife or a chisel or something?
Too long to have a pocket. Also,
Yeah, that's what I thought. Right, well, you stand here with this. Look important. Oh, that didn't work. There you go.
I saw on Facebook somewhere, and it was rather shiny, like they were made from brass. Layers and layers and layers of
Sorry to disappoint you, but that one ain't brass.
It's not brass?
I don't think so. Oh, that was not. It's brass through. Look, if this phone goes flat while Dan's holding it, we're not coming back. But apart from that, I'm going to give the phone to Dan and I'm going to actually do something. Oh, you're going to do that?
I'll do that.
Right, he's going to do the thing. Too much responsibility holding the phone. Yeah, it's definitely steel.
Appears to be.
Yep. That's not saying that we couldn't polish them and chrome them, or cast new ones in brass.
Yeah, maybe that's what I did. I saw one somewhere and it was all polished brass. It was bloody schmeck.
Okay.
Not this one.
Definitely steel. Yeah, James, we've got some cameo experiences, but more excitingly, it works. So, yeah. So that's a bit of a project, but we've got a shed out there for it. Dan needs another project. You can tell by the look of him. It might not be. If we got a grant from somewhere to do the boiler, the rest would go pretty quickly.
It would actually be really quick. Actually, if we got a grant from the boiler, it wouldn't be much.
Don't know what's under here. It's going to need a new tender, I'm guessing.
There's at least a spider.
At least a spider. And that bit of wood, if anyone knows what that bit of wood's for. Cylinder drain cock levers there, with the bracket for it. There's no lever, no drain cocks. Mill went in the right direction first time. Christian's got one of these fancy meters that you plug in and trip the breaker, and it's got a little spinning wheel with arrows on it that tells you which way it should be going. So it's pretty exciting. We were excited by that. Doesn't take much to keep us excited, but we were excited, and his obviously meter works because the mill runs in the right direction. And he didn't seem surprised, so obviously it's not the first time the meters worked. I'd get up there, but the floor's a bit precarious and this is full of spiders.
I did stand on it before, but it wasn't...
Well, it didn't feel stable, did it?
No.
And it's late, and not saying that I've had a few beers, but I may have started one somewhere.
It's in the fridge.
Yeah, I could go and have another one. And I don't think Dan should be standing up there with his wobbly boots on. And I'm going to say discretion's a better part of valor. Is that wood the base of the driver's seat? No idea. Maybe.
I'm not sure they had
Stevens driver's seat? No, I doubt
something
it.
small.
Tiny.
It's tiny, yeah.
And you'd be wanting to stand up. Canopy irons, I think, are probably original.
Even the bits,
Probably the canopy frame's original.
but not the canopy.
The canopy probably would restore fairly nicely, and we could put a coat of paint on it, and I think it would be a very serviceable thing. Because it's not badly made, and it's not bent or anything.
Well, I think it's been remade from the original pattern, but in gown.
Yeah, I reckon we'd be using it, because I think that's a very cool canopy.
It's fine. Bit of a skill, actually.
Yeah, could be a lot worse.
I'm just trying to think of how freaking hell you would actually drive the damn thing. So to put your foot,
Generally there beside the scarifier.
got a water valve for the injector, no injector.
Yeah, they're a bit
There's a step down there.
they're a bit close. Even without scarifier, it's a bit close.
I kind of want something in here. 1 foot up high. I don't know.
I guess we'll be paying more attention to Ailing rollers at some point.
I know National Rally, Joe Corn did a pretty bloody good job of driving one of these by himself over the Kingsthorpe and back, and he wasn't mucking around either. Probably mostly due to the fact that there's a very nice timber cabinet back here.
Yeah,
Support
I think
glasses.
that's what it needs, support glasses and bottles.
Few bottles of support. Hell of a nice bloke here.
Sorry guys, I think we're back. Our battery went flat. I am here, we're just sitting by the fire again. Battery went flat, we're plugged into the power bank here. It was a bit terrible, to be honest, as far as low battery and coming on with 20% or something. Anyway, it's nice out here by the fire. It's really quite pleasant, guys. Welcome to join. Ah.
She brought me banjo.
Oh, good. See, that's what you get. You join a live stream like this, and someone like
Ruined
Fridge,
it with a banjo.
he's threatening to get his
I've lost
banjo.
my harmonica. I don't know what it
Yeah, someone probably burnt it.
would be harsh.
Yeah, but she's into tough love, isn't she? Hey?
She loves it.
Yeah.
Serenade her with a harmonica.
What did she think of the banjo?
She's not a fan.
Right. But your banjo hasn't been burnt yet.
Well, I haven't been home today.
You could keep the banjo here if you wanted to.
I might have to.
Can you actually play the banjo?
Mm.
You been taking lessons?
Is that your kangaroo? What the fuck was that?
No, that was
Was that an owl?
a hawk or an owl getting a snake, getting
Looked
a,
like an owl.
either getting a,
He's up there.
it was an owl, was he?
Yeah, he's up
Yeah, he wasn't making enough noise to be anything else.
there. Yeah,
But there must have been something over there on the ground.
that's a pretty big one too. Yeah, he must have picked it up. That's what he did.
Yeah,
That's a big one too.
it might have been a snake or something coming out of there, or a lizard coming out of the pile.
Okay, I just walked over there before. Not the first time I've been bitten by a snake on live stream. No.
We just had an owl sweep across here and land there, pick something up and take off. A fairly big grey owl.
Have we had a live snake bite yet?
We haven't had a live snake bite, no.
Live, but not far off.
So I
Two
reckon
occasions I've been.
whoever got out of the bushfire here and was feeling like he just narrowly escaped had been watched.
Well,
He didn't escape at all. Welcome to the Australian. People must be bored. Who said that?
someone who's bored, probably.
Rain Dog Red said, hey, Rain Dog Red. People must be bored. No need to tempt me with a banjo. Yeah, we're bored with people joining, and I appreciate it. We're just sitting around the fire at the moment because we were in there looking at the roller, but we've covered the roller pretty well. We looked inside, and we looked at the outside, and we looked underneath. Did we look underneath?
No.
No, we didn't
I've
look
gone
underneath.
Before though, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's got 5 bars in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Might be a
I
job
wasn't
for
going
someone.
to rock the fire bars out, I was gonna, but there's all sorts of shit in there, and where it was next to a hospital, there's
Yeah.
a lot of junkies. Yeah, there could be syringes from 1970s in there. There could be all sorts of stuff.
It could, yeah. And it's very unlikely that they'll all come out in one piece. So we might leave them for a bit. Deal with that at some point.
I wasn't that thrilled about sticking my hand into the headstock to scoop that sand out.
No,
I was a bit.
sceptical about that. Yeah, I was sort of.
But
I probably wouldn't have done that. So
sort of had to.
this fire will probably burn all night now. If someone put half a bucket of wet coal on it.
Got more there. Could be the other half. But we've also got a half bucket of diesel.
Yeah, except for the banjo, or the bad banjo, James. At least you probably have people who can play the banjo over there. Dan says he can play the banjo, but I've heard that before. He said he can play the harmonica too, and someone got rid of that and burned it, apparently. It's more likely you left it there, it's fallen down the side of the car seat or something. That's good, that's got our bucket back anyway. Put the bucket back inside.
Got plenty more where that came from.
We had a shower and went across and had a pub meal. I had a seafood basket and Dan had chips and some crap. Don't know. He was, yeah. Did you have chicken?
Mm.
You have chicken sometimes. Dan has chicken sometimes.
Shitty and chips.
Shitty and chips, yeah.
Weren't too shitty either.
It never is over there. I have trouble guessing what I'm going to get because everything I've ever had there on a Saturday night's good. Monday and Tuesday night's a bit ordinary. Different crew, I think.
You've actually got another chef.
Yeah,
Is that the other one? You look my piece all the time.
yeah.
But he made pretty good food, so I would have left him.
Was he the guy who was camping over here in the camper van, or is he the new guy?
That was always drunk? Yeah, it was him.
No, one of the chefs is over here in the caravan park
Oh, don't know.
because he's been over here
Oh, okay.
looking for the rail trail with his kids.
Did he cook your dinner?
Huh?
Did he cook your dinner?
No.
Fast. Send him.
Anyway,
No, they sacked him because he was pissed at work all the time.
yeah, he probably was. He had to work at the pub in the kitchen. What do you expect?
He's a chef.
Yeah, and
That's what they do.
you've got to
He's on the
admit that.
piss or it's on the gear. Which one do you want? They cook good food, leave them alone.
The drover's cook weighed 16 stone. He had one bloodshot eye. Pants laying loosely round his hips, hitched by a piece of wire, and they concertinaed round his boots in a way that you'd admire. As he mixed the damper up, the drip kept dripping in. Anyway.
I couldn't do another damper soon.
Yeah.
If we've done a bloody national rally, weren't too shabby. We might do one when we go to Waltham.
Yeah, that'd be alright. Damper would be good.
Yeah. Good breakfast, good for lunch.
Just a shout out to other people. Went up to the historical village at Highfields near Toowoomba. If you want the best damper I've ever had in my life, that's where you go.
Well, mine.
Oh no, there's no look. Nothing measures to it. Sorry,
Mine.
to hers.
Oh.
Some old lady in the kitchen, and that's all she did was damper and honey.
What's her name?
Don't know. I think she's married.
No, I was just going to knock her off the perch. No, I don't like competition.
No, it was pretty good. It was excellent, really.
Damper's not my strong point.
Homemade butter and stuff. You need practice. I think that's what
Yeah,
she
I
said
do,
too.
actually. Yeah.
She said, someone asked her what the secret to good damper was, and she said flour and water and practice.
She said, fuck off. Mind your own business.
Flour and water and practice.
Temperature.
Yeah, it's temperature, I think. It's no in your oven.
I think she said that she was probably right. That's why I haven't got it yet. Well, King Brown reckons that, and that's who I've been taking
Yeah.
tips from.
No, I believe that's
He
probably
knows
right.
his shit, so
She certainly was making pretty good damper.
he told me that if you don't use don't use anything on the floor or your camp oven other than flour. Throw the flour in the camp oven floor, and if it goes a biscuity brown colour, it's right temperature.
Yeah, right.
If it goes black, it's too hot, and if it doesn't go biscuit brown, it's too cold. He says once you get to that temperature, you throw it in. After that, you don't put any heat in the bottom, or the coals in the lid, and let it rise towards the lid. And when I started doing it that way, it started actually working. So
Yeah, right.
you could be right.
You could be onto something.
To be building a fucking wall, so you think it would be. I bought his fucking book.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, you've got to talk some. You've got to talk the talk, haven't you?
No, he's a legend. He does well.
We're having a poetry night? No, I don't know about that. We could have the drovers cook.
I didn't bring a bottle of port.
We could have Bill here. We could get Bill from work.
Hey, wasn't Russell coming today?
No, it didn't see Russell. I have invited him numerous times, but it's weekend, so he's with his girlfriend on the weekends. She wears the trousers on Saturdays. You call in here for coffee after work any night, but you never get anything done for the rest of the night. Bill's a bush poet.
Bill, which Bill?
Bill Orme. Bill Orme. Christopher William Orme, who I work with at work.
Oh.
He's a bush poet.
Who's on live show? Is Bill on live show?
No, different Bill.
Stuart?
Who's
Who
here?
we got?
We've got 6 people back. And in chat we've got James. James P in the shed. Yeah. Peter Nuttall.
Oh, he's looking at me ankles.
He was too. I sort of showcased him there for a bit. So we've got Rain Dog Red. No, not sure. Rain Dog Red should do a little introduction. We've got Man in the Shed, which is Ian. Ian's been pressed into going to IKEA. What did you buy at IKEA? And could you pronounce the name of it? And when you come home and put it together, did it look the same as it did in the shop?
Did it work?
They're the questions that everyone asks or should be asking about.
Keys.
Yeah, only one though. IKEA made all their screws standard so that you didn't have to give away more than one Allen key. Mark's in the shop shed too. He says me. Who else is here?
It's in Mark.
Mark Shed Talk. Mark.
There you go, Mark.
Mark's got to check out the Aveling because he's Aveling roller person when he's not a Fowler roller person.
That's what he aimed for.
Well, that's a nice little fire you got going there.
Yeah. Needs more new Ackland coal.
Does it? It's all very well when the wind's blowing that way. If the wind blows back this way, you're going to regret this.
Then you have less new Ackland.
I'm just saying that you're going to regret that.
That's all it's good for.
Stu's here. And Matthew says he's only going to IKEA for the meatballs. Fair enough. Is there another reason to go to IKEA?
Let's go to different IKEAs.
Don't you go to IKEA? Don't they have meatballs at this IKEA? When have you been to
I've
IKEA?
never been to an IKEA.
Oh, you haven't? There's a couple in Brisbane I've been.
We don't have any in Grafton.
There's no IKEA in Grafton.
No.
There's not even one in Coffs.
No.
I think the nearest one's probably Brisbane.
Yeah.
Is Chermside, isn't it? Anyway, I'm not a big IKEA fan either. Buy a lot of pointless storage ideas.
End up with the excessive Allen keys.
Yeah. And boxes of excessive storage ideas. Pointless storage ideas. So this is quite nice. Springwood. Mark says Springwood. Yeah, it's at Springwood. Mark's obviously been to IKEA at Springwood. Obviously. I could really go a cup of tea is what I like. I like a cup of tea, I've decided. That's what I want. We could go in and make a cup of tea. We felt like walking across the kitchen. We could also get some bickies, but I'm not feeling like that trip. I would like very much to show you the new shed foundations, which are sort of ready to go in nearly. It's looking fantastic after a big day on it. Stuart's done an amazing job over there. But there's a lot of deep holes to fall in or not to fall in the dark, so I'm not so keen to go over there. I'd send Fridge with the phone, but
He racked up bloody
I
10 to 12 hours
yeah.
on that drain.
I send Fridge with the phone, but I'm not so keen on fishing my phone out of one of those holes either. You'd be able to climb out but come morning and you save it up, but I really would like my phone, yeah.
I really don't want to go to it.
You're going to work on Sunday's Mugs game.
Traction engine front.
Yeah.
But not that crap that was there anyway.
Yeah, it's good. We could go around and pick up a lot more
Yeah, good.
stuff, but
We may not. There's burned a fair way down that way, which is good because all that shit needs a burn off.
it needs a bit of a clean out.
In behind there.
I think if you're going to put a cook area there, you'd level it all off and put half a load of gravel or something
leave
there.
those two concrete slabs where they are.
Oh, okay. Missed out on a concrete slab,
Put,
right?
put tin in front of them and put that fire pit like I suggested there, and it probably won't be too bad. Holds the bloody heat, they're good for camp ovens.
Yeah, very much so. Oh, I was going to pinch that in concrete slab behind the fire there and put down there to put my air compressor on. But
It's probably not quite big enough
no, it's hardly big enough. Anyway, we might even pour a slab at this point. We'll see what happens. Mats is there, back. Good morning, Mats. Back home, it's about 5 degrees and raining.
Who's that?
Mats Peterson.
Oh. Hey, Matt.
Doesn't sound like much fun in England.
What I've seen, you weren't having much fun with that BMW V80.
Yeah, that looked like a fun job.
Looked like a bit of a... Somebody got stuck into it with too much bloody silicon sealant.
Yeah, well, BMWs are the thing, you see. That's the thing. We say, hey, someone come and give us a hand with a steamroller from the other side of the world. We get mats.
Yeah.
But someone says, I shouldn't say that. He was really helpful. I really enjoyed seeing him. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he called in.
Funny the bird didn't come to my place because he just strolls across the yard up to the house and knocks on the door. We don't get many visitors at the shop. And here's this strange bloke with a funny accent on my doorstep.
Oh, yeah, right.
And I didn't even know he was coming.
Oh, okay.
I was like, hey, oh, I'm Matt. I'm like, oh, Matt. Oh. It was quite funny.
Anyway,
Lovely view.
if someone decides they're going to swap a motor in a BMW, they get mats for a month.
Yeah.
So anyone else who wants to come for a month and help rebuild the boiler on an Aveling, there's workshop space, there's all the tools.
Please.
Go do it. Don't ask for assistance. Is the fire to keep wild animals away? Well, it doesn't seem to be working so far. We had a grey owl stop over there on the grass and pick up
Sort of
something
seems to
that...
be the opposite.
Yeah, you see all those eyes out there?
Now I'm here.
See out there? You see the eyes in the across here? Probably not. They're all watching and waiting. The fire is for light to see which way end up as your tinnies, Peter says. That's very true. Drink stubbies and then you don't have that problem.
You only got wrecked by a possum before.
Yeah, wrecked by a possum.
And the possum
Were you
thought,
trying to pat it?
he's liking this. So he let me go.
You didn't try and pat the possum.
No, it was top of the roller door.
Yeah, that's where he lives. A bit of a pain in the ass. So tomorrow when we put the roller door down, we're going to hose it off.
Very small from the 3006.
Well, if you want a job, I'll clean the mess up if you want to get in.
Oh, really a mess.
Seriously. He's a menace. A rotten place to live. And there'll be a mess because the roller door was up all day today and he's in there asleep on top of it.
Yeah, he was, isn't
I left the kitchen door open and went out the car and I come back, there was a possum in the kitchen. He's a fairly healthy possum too.
It's because he keeps getting in the bloody kitchen.
Yeah. He was a nice, like, pedigree looking possum, but no, with all his fur and stuff and nice shiny eyes and stuff. He's probably the sort of possum you put in a show, you get first prize, because no one else will have a possum in the show.
I don't know when they've gone to submit bloody dome cover back on the 19, because they were living on the roof of the cab for the 19 class.
Yeah. I think someone let him out. So I think that's probably the same possum who had to relocate.
No, it was a family in there. There was more than one.
Okay. There's one in the light fitting over there too.
bloody one at Morgan's place.
Hey, TMV.
Back
No.
down at Morgan's.
The fourth wiseman. G'day.
Having bloody dinner at Morgan's place, and his possum comes in for dinner, and he goes, "Oh, that's me possum. He just comes in for dinner." I'm like, "Oh, okay, he must be a tame possum." So I've gone to pat him,
Yeah.
put my hand in front of his face, and he's looking at my finger, and all of a sudden he's going to hold my finger and bit a chunk out of my finger. He goes, "You can't do that." He thinks that's dinner. I was like, "Well, you watched me do it." It's like, "Yeah, but it was funny." Thanks, dickhead.
Yeah. I'm not sure how tame a possum gets. They still don't
Not very.
respond to human interaction to close quarters particularly well.
Yeah. Apparently there's like some sort of a fucking rule book that you've got to follow, and
Yeah.
outside of that you get bitten.
If they fall on top of you and you end up, if you're trying to take one out with a 4x2, I don't know this, but I've seen
They
it
bite
happen.
hard too.
Yeah.
Some teeth.
They dig your teeth into the shoulders, dig their claws into your shoulders. They're pretty hard to shake loose, apparently, from what I've seen.
Well, that ain't got my finger, but it was a bit of a get off me fucking finger. You bastard. He was hanging on. It was his finger. He wanted it.
Remember a mate doing that, swiping at one with a 4x2 in a piggery, a low ceiling thing. And, yeah, the possum landed on top of him. Basically ended up jumping in the pool. Yule log. It's not even Christmas time anymore.
Probably
The
not.
fourth wiseman, how's it going? Pretty well.
I used to have this harmonica in my Land Rover.
Yeah.
I don't
Where is it?
know.
It's probably still in the Land Rover. It's probably fallen down the back. It's probably fallen out through the rust hole in the floor.
I'm suspecting it's actually up at Warwick on the DH. I think. Remember over there? We were stuck at the summit when the cyclone come through.
Okay, and you thought, oh, I've got a harmonica in my...
So I
Yeah, how can I make this worse for people?
I sat in the floor of the locomotive while the fucking hurricane came over us and thought, I could make this really bad for everyone. So I started playing the harmonica. Anyway, we lived to everybody's disappointment. And continued back down the mountain to Warwick at about 9 o'clock at night.
Okay, Swanee River?
I think that's what a wonderful world or something like that. And people disagreed.
Yeah, a bit of folk. You can't beat a bit of folk.
This is fucked. We're going to die here. What have you talked us into? It's $1,000 a ticket.
Well, it's an experience. You're selling an experience.
Good one.
Well, it's an experience.
Just get into this siding here and hide under the floor of the carriages for a bit.
Gee.
It's all part of the show, folks. All part of the show. Thought the fucking carriages were going to tip off the track. Well, that new alcohol might not be any good to steam on, but it makes a fairly decent fire.
Yeah, well, bird's a pretty decent fire. I think you just haven't put in the right engine yet. I think you need to buy another one and see. That's my interpretation.
Yeah. I disagree, but okay. Let's see. ploughing engine before.
Mm.
I saw a bloody thing on Facebook after we spoke about that. Now I'm forbidden from buying a ploughing engine because it won't fit through the massive gates. And went home and had a sleep sort of, and woke up in the middle of the night, sitting in the lounge on Facebook, and here's this 20 horsepower McLaren ploughing engine.
Yeah.
Giant thing. I was like, I think I need one of these.
There was one in that book that Paul had here today.
Yeah, it was.
Not many McLarens left, but yeah, you need one.
Yeah.
I'd like a smaller ploughing engine. I think if I was going to buy one, or someone was going to give me one,
You can't half do it. You gotta get a big one.
I'd like something with a brass dome. You know, very venerable 1880s sort of edition, and a farmer's engine to go with it.
Well, 20 horse ploughing engine. What's that got to weigh in tons? That's going to be, well, 20 tonne upward.
What is it?
So there again.
Yeah.
This could be 20 tonne engine. Easy.
Where is it?
There's like the trees there behind the bloody vertical boiler.
He's just having a bit of a look around. You never know. You never know. Might have only been a spider coming out of there or something. They got pretty good eyesight.
Mm.
You don't miss much.
Them big ploughing engines, they've got to be at least 15 to 20 tonne
Yeah,
to start off with.
28 is Z7.
Yeah.
But you probably don't need a Z7. I mean,
Right,
that's
right,
overkill.
up.
A Z7 is probably overkill.
Smell that coal burn there, can't you?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll burn all right now. You've got a big bed of coals on there. We could put that Bay of Peacock cylinder on there.
Not dumb as it sounds.
We're going to do some actual engineering here on live stream.
I still got number 6 back in the fridge.
All right, you hold this, and you can have the commentary.
Oh, I've got to hold both of them.
Yeah, you
I've
do,
got more
really.
coal on
Sorry.
Fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because it was going to go fast.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I'm in charge. There's another beer in the fridge if you want to get me one.
I'll get you another beer.
Right, well, that escalated quickly. She sort of put me on the spot there. Who we got? Is anybody still there? Nope, nothing, nobody. What does that button do? Nothing. Okay. Maybe we got nobody. Oh, hang on. Yeah, well, I did sort of say that somebody really needs to have a steam engine around here to use all this fuel that we've got sitting around, but apparently that's not on. But, yeah, good suggestion. It is a bit of a waste of heat, but I don't know if you ever use this coal that we kindly got donated. But it's rubbish. Oh, Emma's back. Oh, she brought me beer.
Don't knock it over.
Yeah, is it open?
No.
Ah, good. Nah, look, it's power station coal, and we've got a national rally. It's fine. I mean, yeah, it sort of serves its purpose. It's not the greatest steaming coal. Peter Noddle, any chance of a sneaky ankle shot? Oh, geez. Oh, bloody hell. You put me on the spot there, Peter. No. Yeah, it's not the greatest coal, but when you run at a power station, it doesn't really matter that much. But you stick it in an old steam engine, and it's not brilliant. So I think we're going to load a bunch of it on this fire and throw a Peacock cylinder in there, which has been seized for years, and see if we can get it to actually free up. And we've got that full of it, so we may as well use it for something because it's shit. Yeah. We even offered it to the guys out on TV for the 19 class when I steam tested it, and they said, no, we're good. We'll just run some wood. So, yeah, it's not amazing. But power stations in Australia generally run on pretty low quality coal for the most part. So that's pretty much exclusively why they're mining that stuff. Just going to try and open another stubby without disturbing this too much. Bear with me. Emma's back. Hang on. Bear with me. Yeah, I'm just trying to open this. Hang on, before you throw that on, throw some more coal on first. There's not much on there. So Emma's back. My stubby's open, and she's going to get a bucket full or two because it's getting a bit low. Scatter it a bit thinly, let it burn, and then throw it on. Well, how plans change. I wasn't going to go and show Peter all my ankles, but here we are. Actually, my ankle's a bit swollen. Stick an iron rod in those coals, grab the anvil, and bang out an ornate thingy. Well, we had a suggestion to do some blacksmith work. That's probably the smartest thing we've had all night. Is that my cooking shovel?
No.
Oh, good.
Your cooking shovel's over
That's for breakfast. Yes, we do have an official cooking shovel.
cooking shovel is over
So
there.
scatter it a bit, like thin over the top. Don't do what I did. All right. Yeah, that'll work. Yep. No, that'll work.
We'll give it 5 minutes.
All right. Give it a few minutes.
You'll be right. You've obviously got enough hands for what you're doing. I'm going to make that tea.
Sort of. So now we're watching the coal burn. Get a bit of heat. That there is the cylinder. The battery on Emma's phone is lasting longer. Yeah, it's plugged into a power bank at the moment, Mark. So the cylinder there from the Peacock engine has been seized for a hell of a long time, and we've had it in an electrolysis bath. We've been spraying stuff in it, and it's just not really doing the job. So we've just loaded this fire up with a bit of coal. We're letting it sort of burn up a bit. Emma's making a cup of tea, and we'll shovel it up a little bit, and we'll dump that on it, and we'll see if we can get it to free up, and see how we go. Hey, Mark, if you're still there, I did see something the other day about you doing some work on a Perry. which, if you're allowed to tell us, which Perry is that one, and where's it based, and what's its wheel arrangement? Is it an 062, an 042? What breed of Perry are you playing with there, mate? Getting a bit of smoke off this coal now, so it's starting to combust a bit. That's good. For those that don't know, I've had a bit of a. Let me straighten it. Yes, I am. Oh, one from Dreamworld. Okay. Where is the one from Dreamworld now? So I've had a bit to do with the Perry 062s myself. The one I used to drive. Okay. It's a bit cryptic. I don't actually know where that one is, but look, they're a very nice engine actually. Very well made. So yeah, quite a good engine. That's starting to burn pretty decent now, Emma.
It is.
Oh, it's a Woodford. Oh, I didn't know it was a Woodford. Okay. Yeah, I've noticed there's been a bit happening at Woodford lately. I wish I lived closer. They've got a nice collection of engines there. And no, I'm not knocking them, but they seem to have a lack of people to maybe do something with those engines. I think they do very well. I'm not knocking them, but yeah, Woodford's got an amazing collection of stuff there. They've got the only existing Fowler 062 tender logo there. Been doing a bit with the that Baldwin as well. They've got there. They've been playing with that a bit. At least a cosmetic restoration, which is nice. They've got some nice stuff. Yeah, a 460 Baldwin. I think that's also there too. And the Perry, yeah. Nothing like a good caustic hot. Ooh, where'd that go? I can't see it. I missed that bit of comment. Sorry. Well, that's burning pretty well. Throw another light sprinkling on, and we'll throw the cylinder in. No, they don't have. I thought I had a Baldwin there. I could be wrong. Could be mistaken. I thought they had one of those ex-war department sort of model Baldwins there. Can't remember what the proper name is, sorry. Geez, you can smell the bloody tar on that now. No, you're thinking of the Hunslet. Oh, okay, maybe I am thinking of the Hunslet. Sorry, Mark. Could be right. Ah, sorry. You are correct. Sorry, Mark. Is there any old Stanley steamers down under? Yes, there is. James P. asks about the Stanley steamers. Down in Sydney, there's a couple. So one of the clubs that we're fairly closely associated with, which is Road Steam Association in New South Wales, there's a couple. Repost, nothing like a good hot caustic bath, 444 gallon drum on the fire. Yeah, you could be right there, mate. There's a couple of Stanley steamers and a couple of other early steam motor vehicles.
Quite a few whites.
Yeah, whites and a few others down there. I saw that one in pieces, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, he did. I believe that's not for sale anymore. Yeah.
I think it's sold, I thought, but it could be wrong.
Been for sale as long as I've known.
Mark Shed Talk. Yeah, sure. Oh, Mark's driven a Stanley steamer. That'd be pretty cool, actually. I'd like to drive one of them. I think when we were at National Rally, there was a fella there with a that guy at National Rally with that steam truck. What was that? That was
A Sentinel. The 2 Sentinels there.
the more modern one. One's
Yeah.
like
the
a
Sentinel. What, S6, S4.
I think it was
Yeah,
S4.
S4.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Cruising around in the S4. That was awesome. Fridge, are you buying it from Timbertown? I have threatened to. I may be at Lake Goldsmith that weekend. I don't know why he chose to have the auction the same weekend as Lake Goldsmith. I think there's going to be a lot of potential bidders that will be down there at that rally. Probably a lot of them will be bidding remotely, and I may well be as well. And that's about all I'm going to say about that. Emma will be there.
I believe I'll be there, yes.
So, see how we go.
I may have several numbers and too much responsibility on that one.
Well, there's several items there that I'm probably a bit interested in. There's one there I'm very interested in, but my circumstances have changed, so I no longer have the room for a 2-foot gauge railway. At one point, it was very much on the cards to build my own 2-foot gauge railway.
Well, all you got to do is get some chairs and length of rail. And stick
No, don't even talk to me.
You'll be at night for months thinking about it.
Oh, God. Yeah, I was going to build a 2-foot gauge railway at one point, and Emma, being an enabler, she thought that was fucking great.
That's not what I said, actually.
No, it is.
I said there's a shitload of bridges you've got to build.
No, you didn't. You said, yeah, it's a great idea, do it. How much will you go overseas? Well, this year I've got a bit of work overseas. So that's the other problem is I'm lucky to get a weekend free. Makes it a bit hard with my work. So being interstate or overseas does make it a bit challenging. So yeah, that's hammering now. That's getting pretty bloody hot. Maybe just while it's nice and bright, chuck another sprinkling of coal over that.
I don't think it wants any more.
Nah, you want to hammer it. You want to give it some heat.
It's got brass glands on there. We don't want to melt them.
Noom, Timbertown. Don't know. Yeah, look. I'm not going to bang on about my experience with Timbertown, but suffice to say, the bloke isn't going to go broke. We'll leave it at that. It's a terrible shame it's got to where it's at, to where this has become necessary. But don't feel sorry for the owner. He'll be fine. So, yeah.
Don't feel like you should pay top dollar or something to put.
No. Go cheap. Go cheap. Oh, sorry, Mark might have mistaken me. I mean, I was going to be overseas. Well, what might go overseas from Timbertown? Well, any of it. Most of what's there.
I haven't said that.
Well, from my experience, most of what's there, you could very, very easily argue it comes up under the Movable Heritage Act. So, by rights, none of it should go overseas.
I've always been a fairly firm believer in that. However, there's another train of thought that says, well, in Australia, and this is true, in Australia there's a lack of people with the means and let's face it, the money to restore some of this stuff to operational condition. Whereas in the UK, there's an abundance of it. Look, to a degree, yeah, you're probably right.
But having said that, a lot of that stuff that's any good has been for sale on the market overseas for quite some considerable time and hasn't sold.
Some of it, not all of it though.
Well, that Leyland truck for a start.
But that's very specific. That's the thing there.
It's only one too.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. It is so specific. So, there was a Fowler 042 locomotive that the current owner of Timbertown had agreed to purchase some years ago in Victoria. Offered for a very minimal price, and he never came good with the money, and he got sold overseas to quite a notable person in the UK. Then found the boiler wasn't very bad at all and did an amazing job of restoring it. And he's still working on it last I saw. And I was like, oh, that should have been mine. It's like, well, why didn't you just pay the man? Like, that run of Fowler 042 locomotives, that specific design, was quite limited. There's very, very few of them in preservation, and one of them will be coming up for auction at Timbertown very, very shortly. So why wouldn't you just grab it with both hands and go, yes, I've got a spare one now, instead of letting it go to the UK. So, yeah, I'm a little bit undecided about the whole argument, to be honest. I think there's plenty of call to say that a lot of Australian heritage stuff should have stayed here. My Britannia, for example, I've had ridiculous offers from the UK to buy my Britannia. And their argument is, oh, well, it was built in the UK, it needs to go back there. Yeah, okay, well, it was built in the UK, but it came to Australia in 1910, and it spent its whole working life in the one spot. So it's earned its living here in Australia, doing work here. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a curly one, and I can see both sides. The Leesman agreement screwed the Aussie manufacturing, and guess what? Now they're seeing the big mistake. I didn't quite read the rest of that because it disappeared. Yeah, not sure on that one. Look, I've always been of the opinion that what we do now, everywhere it's place to build it will sink. Yeah, you're right, Mark. It also flood their market and devalue it too, Mark. So you're right. Yeah, look, mate.